Hey, hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to another Lucky Dog video. And wow, do we have a lot in store for you. I am walking right now. I'm being pulled by our new rescue dog. His name is Marshall, direct from Louisiana. He does bark with a little bit of a southern accent. But we are going to be focusing this video on our solar project. I'm going to do an A to Z overview for you on the whole thing. And then after that, I'm going to break it down to do 3 more little videos on the detail on how I put it all together. So there's really 3 big parts. One is the solar panels. The second big part is the battery system. And the third big part is the inverter and the charge controller. Everything that takes. And here is where it all started. This is the hill right below the house facing due south. It was a perfect location for panels. I'll tell you more about the angles in the next video. Here's Milo giving me a hand. And that day I recorded a video on getting started. So here it is. Take a listen. Okay. This is the beginning of the beginning. So what you're seeing right here is the lower side of the array, the new solar array that we're working on. And here's the upper end. And then I'm gonna go about 70 feet that way, put another post in. See, I got a stake right there, like that. And another one down there. And the idea behind all this is to have an area that I can clear out. The sun's so bright. Area that I can clear out and get ready for our solar array. 10 kilowatt solar array. So you're here at the beginning with me, so stay tuned. So here is the start. I laid out the panel array facing due south. And my first big job, of course, was to measure out all the holes where they were gonna go. I dug out all those holes by hand. I did have some help from my friend Thomas. Thanks, Thomas, for your coming down and helping me that day. And some days were great, some days were real slow. I just focused on a little bit every single day. And of course, the level is your friend in all projects. That's what my brother, the architect, Paul, taught me. And so I always made sure everything was looking good. And of course, we've got Ginger and all the animals. They took great care of me. Lori was working up in Sun Valley at the time. We'd commute back and forth on the weekends. And Ginger, she was terrific. And she hung on to me like Velcro. I told her one time, I'm going to have to get some gloves. Don't go anywhere. And of course, when I come back, she's in the hole waiting for me. And I think of that dog very fondly. I sure miss her a lot. And a couple days later, Lori came down from Sun Valley and she wanted to help me out. So here's a little look back on her arriving and helping me out. There we go. There we go.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Lori.
Guess where I'm at?
Guess where Lori is. That will tilt that back a little bit. So
Jerome's giving me a selfie stick instruction lesson.
Ooh, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. So right, go ahead, honey.
Hey, I'm going to talk.
Lori, talk.
I don't know what to say now. Okay. So Jerome has started this thing called the arrays onto the racks. And he loves racks. He likes to talk about racks to me, but anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But today, I'm gonna put a few videos together because Jerome is laying out the panels. the solar panels onto the racks.
So we're going to switch this around.
Switch it around, Jerome.
So we're going to turn it off.
So, while I'm away in Haley doing my work with the older folks, Jerome has been laying the groundwork, seriously, digging huge holes, putting pipe 4 feet deep to hold up what will become a 38 panel array. Pretty impressed with the work he's done using manuals, YouTube, and some nice consulting with friends around the country who enjoy doing this kind of work. And there's Milo. Milo is his watchguard. Milo is his accountability partner. And all this morning he's been laying these rails so we can start putting on the arrays, the panels. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
As you can imagine, there were a lot of moving parts in this project. Besides the panels, I had to also think about the lines that ran from the house up to the system. So I had to dig that and get that waterproofed. Here's a picture of looking back up the hill. Then also I had to start taking care of the batteries. And here's what they look like. This is the 3.2 volt 272 amp hour battery. I had 32 of these, so 544 amp hours. And they arrived only half full. That's by law because they pack so much power. So I had to fill those up. It's called top balancing. Took me days and days and days to do that because I had to use the old battery system plus a generator to create enough power to get those full. And while I was doing that, I was getting ready to get rid of the old batteries, and they're the old lead acid batteries. And the problem with them, and here they are, is they give off a lot of fumes. They don't last very long. They don't have a very high state of charge. So that means that they constantly needed to be powered up. And that's a big reason why you see this whole new system. So did it work? Yeah, here's what it looks like with all the batteries. They're not wired up yet, but they look really nice in the case. And here's a little picture of us turning it all on.
Okay, we're turning, what are we doing?
We're going to turn the house on.
Turn the house on. Oh,
Yeah.
Look, I heard the water. Nobody got electrocuted.
Yep. It did work. So looking back up at the house, here it is, and all 32 panels in all their glory. And I'm going to fill you in with parts 1, 2, and 3 after this overview, so you can see how all the components came together. Stay tuned for that. So glad to have you with us.